Hey y'all, I figure I'd come on today and do a quick makeup look that I getting ready with me. Yeah. So usually what I do, I've been doing laundry all morning and getting ready to go to do the evening shift, the mid shift, 3 to 9:30. So I'll tell you what I usually do. I already cleansed my face. I shaved with the hair that needed to be removed, and I cleansed and moisturized my face. And what I usually do to start, mostly what I do, because I don't put on a lot of makeup. I usually do a primer and foundation. So I would start off with the primer. I definitely love this, the Hard Candy Long Wear Primer, the 12-hour power. This stuff, this stuff's amazing and it's cheap. They usually sell it at Walmart. So I'm like down to like the nitty gritty. I definitely got to pick up another one. So what I usually do is I go in, instead of like priming the whole face, because I usually don't do my whole face as far as coverage with makeup. I try to prime the areas that really need it, like the areas where the hair grows in and stuff, because I still haven't done laser hair removal on my face because of the cost. So I'm waiting to do that. Next month, I'm actually starting, in March, I'm starting to get laser hair removal on my, area down below. It's because I'm planning on getting vaginoplasty surgery either later this year or maybe like this time of the year. It depends. I have my consult August 26th. Actually, it's August 17th, not 26th. August 27th. I mean 17th. Oh, geez, it's still early. Still gotta finish my coffee. So I went in with the primer. Let that set a little bit. I just use my hands usually. Sometimes I use a brush, but I gotta clean most of my brushes too. I also can go in with a sponge, but it's pretty simple. I go in with my hands. My hands are nice and clean, so I'm not really contaminating my face in any way. So I'll let that set, and then usually, lately I've been going in with, for me, as far as like foundation, it's really hard for me to really find a really, really good match. One time I had gone to Ulta to try to, color match me, and being that with the COVID stuff, they didn't really color match, trying it on. So I tried the Smashbox Studio Skin Hydra Foundation. I used it all, it's gone. But they had matched me with the shade 212, which is the skin tone light, undertone neutral. And it didn't really match perfectly. And then I went into, I work at Dollar General, so I had been using, I tried a foundation, the CoverGirl Clean Matte Foundation, and I just tried the Buff Beige. The Buff Beige seems to be a really good match for me, especially now. So usually I just go in with that. I usually would go in with, just put a little bit on a brush, and then I'll go in with that. And usually I just go in, like I said, I'll just go in areas like here, where I really need the coverage. Sometimes I do like, I'll do maybe like an orange undertone underneath, like a cover. But most of the time, honestly, I don't do it, especially since I'm in the store most of the time, and I'm wearing a mask anyway, so you really don't notice, and most of it rubs off underneath the mask. So I'll just got an itch in my nose. I'd gotten this nose hoop back in September of last year, and it like healed, And then being that we have to wear the masks all the time and we're so confined to the masks, especially, I mean, I've been too, but with the immunosuppression. But yeah, so I was wearing a mask all the time, and I guess like my nose was running, and it kind of got a little bit irritated again. So I'm gonna go in with a sponge and kind of just blend a little bit. Usually I blend it with the brush, but I'm just gonna blend it here. I mean, you can start kind of see like a little bit of the darkness underneath. And usually, like I said, I cover that with like, I usually go in with like a concealer underneath, like a high definition concealer. Like usually like orange, or I even go in with red because it counteracts the darkness. But like I said, I'm wearing a mask most of the time, and that's why I don't really go crazy with makeup. I mean, even here, you could still kind of see the darkness a little bit. But I don't go crazy. If I'm going out with a full face, don't have to wear a mask, then I'm gonna do something a little different. But I usually just try to cover it up. Mainly for me. And then usually I'll go and I'll brush the brows. I brush them up. Brush them, I'll get them all straight, you know, and all the time. And honestly, I go in with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's from e.l.f. Usually I get it from Ulta, but you can get it almost anywhere. I usually, being that I'm always in Ulta, I usually just pick it up there. It's like $6. You know, they have all different colors. So I usually just go in with that. I think that one's a little empty. This one's a little more full. So, I mean, you see my brows now. And, like, people always saying, like, at the store when I'm working, they're like, oh, my God, I love your brows. And, oh, my God, they look so good. But, I'm like, you know, it makes me feel good. Compliments always make me feel good. Makes me feel like I'm doing something right, especially when I'm always dealing with certain dysphoria and stuff. And I definitely have a roller coaster of emotion most of the time. You know, different things going on, and especially when you come in and you start your transition, you just try to do the best you can, and just try to take each day as it comes. Yesterday's, you know, like they say, like yesterday's worries shouldn't carry into today, because, you know, what good is it doing anyway? You know, today's a new day, especially being grateful for, you know, my journey and everything I've been through in my life. You can't hold on to that negative emotion, you know. So I just went in, see the difference. It like really defines them and fills them in. Most of the time I don't fill them in usually too much, but if I do a fine like filling, I usually use the brow pencil from Benefit Brow Pencil. It's this one, and I'll go in and I'll usually just like, you know, clean up a little, like just add a little bit more. Sometimes I'll extend it a little bit. I mean, I gotta clean it up a little bit more. But my girl over in Ulta, giving a shout out to Gina, she does my brows like perfect, and she's been doing them for like ever. For like the past 2 years, I've been going to Gina about, yeah. And like I swear by her, like I will never go to anybody else to touch my brows. Like it's either I'm doing them or she's doing them, because like I've been through some horror stories, and I'm sure we all have. So yeah, so I just went in with the brow pencil. I did the foundation. I mean, it's not the best job, honestly, really, but like I said, I'm wearing a mask. That's not normally what I would do if I was going out with a full face. And especially if I was planning on not wearing a mask. But yeah, so that's that. And I mean, especially I like most of the time, I have wigs. I have real human hair wigs. I usually wear, and lately I just been really rocking my natural hair. I dyed it black recently. I'm normally brown. I dyed it black. It's starting to like grow. I've been having some difficulty with the thinning in the middle. That what started not growing after I finished my, during the time I had chemotherapy, and after I finished chemotherapy back in 2004, it really wasn't. I started growing back in, and there's no balding on either side of my dad's side or my mom's side, and any of the males that were in that, and in our family, I mean, most of them just died with a full head of hair. So I really there's no hereditary, balding in my family. But like when I went through chemo, I've always like just continued to shave my head, and then when I realized I was balding up there, I just continued shaving my head right on through, just up until like 2021 or so ish. And then I just recently started growing it. I would say it was probably March of 2021 is when I started letting it grow, and I didn't touch it. And then back in like, I would say like October, I think it was September, October, I went to Fantastic Cuts over here recently, and I told the woman that, this is what I want to do, and this is my goal. I want to grow out. I'm going through transition, blah, blah, blah. She congratulated me and whatnot. And she said that, just come every once in a while for a trim, but I haven't really gotten a trim lately. I don't know if I really need it right now. I always had straight hair. It's like growing and curly. It's weird, but I'm going to let it grow a little more. But also I go on with the Benefit Brow 24-hour brow setter. I usually get that from Ulta as well. And I'll just go and I'll just apply it on each brow, just to kind of set it. Just set it, and this way it's not, brows are not sticking all over the place. And I have I usually go in with, I mean, I was using this for a while, the Tarte Maneater mascara. This stuff's amazing. It's just about empty, so I haven't really been trying to use it. But I got this from a beauty influencer. Her name's Ashley Ketchen. Give her a shout out to Ashley, Elegant Beauty. You can check her out, and she does lives, and she sells makeup every like twice a week. I usually think she does, and she has I get this from her, the Lash Flex Volumized Mascara from Beauty Creations. I mean, I really haven't heard Beauty Creations before, she started selling it. But honestly, like, I've been using her products. I've been using different things that she sells. Every once in a while, I pick up things from her, and they're good products. I mean, I have no complaints. I never used really a product that she had sold that I really like, oh, this is crap. She's legitimate. I mean, I'm sure she tries it out first before she actually like picks up a boatload of it to sell. But yeah, usually I'll go in with the mascara. But actually, I forgot to do. I want to do a little bit of shadow before I apply this mascara. I usually go in. Actually, I've been using this palette. It's from Violet Voss, the Olive You Forever. It's called. It's the eyeshadow palette. I love it. It's you see what colors I use the most. I definitely use the Major Spotlight a lot. But that's just about gone. But I'm gonna go in with this color here. It's called Olive You, and I'll go in with my eyeshadow brush. I usually just apply a little bit here, and then I just kind of blend it in. I don't go crazy, so I'll just go in here and this, you know, just a little bit. So I just kind of blend it up a little bit. I don't go crazy. I just want to just go really for a natural look. And then I just go in with simple, you know, crayon. I just get the little white crayon, just a jumbo eye pencil from LA Colors. I just pick it up at like Dollar General, and it's really cheap, and it works good. I mean, I'm not just going because it's cheap, because I mean, obviously you get what you pay for, but I purchased it because it was so inexpensive, and to try it, and I really enjoy it, and especially since it's on a pencil instead of just usually using a brush. And I'll just go in a little bit, and I'll apply it. And I just usually use my finger, or I'll use a brush. That's usually pretty much it. And then I'll go in with my Beauty Creations mascara. You know, that's pretty much it. And then usually I'll just hit it with a setting spray. I've been using this just Ulta brand setting spray. It's the Wannabe Active. It pretty much keeps it set. I still have to try a lot of different other ones. See what else I like. You know, get familiar with the different setting sprays. I heard the Morphe setting spray that they have works really well, and it's really not that expensive, and it works really good. But I'm still trying to wait to pick that up to try it. And once I try it, I'll let y'all know how it goes. But usually I'll just hit it quick with some setting spray. And right here. And that's pretty much it. That's my quick look. Just, you know, for right before work. I'll get dressed and whatnot. And I don't go crazy. Usually sometimes I go in with sometimes I go in with a little bit of bronzer. Usually I do that, but I just hit the setting spray, so I shouldn't have done that before, but let me just get a little bit each cheek, just kind of give it some kind of color. This way my face is not all washed out white, you know. I usually don't use blush. Sometimes I'll go in with like a little highlighter here in little spots, but today I don't think I'm going to do that. That's about it. There's said it again. That's pretty much it. That's my look. It's pretty simple. Not difficult. I don't go crazy with everything else. But it's just really for work. But that's about it. And thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll talk to y'all soon. And please remember, like, subscribe, comment, and you know, I'll link my socials underneath. This way you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. And I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a good day.